Anyone can be underrated.
As fuck.
As fuck.
You are now tuning into the latest episode of the Underrated as Fuck podcast.
Hosted by the one and only Bliss.
And you already know, Mighty Zay. What?
Ice Spice, oh Lord.
I'm trying to see a little bit of something.
You guys ready?
You
Yes, sir.
wouldn't crack that off?
Nah, fam. To be honest with you, fam, no, sir.
Come on, man.
Click it,
bro.
right?
If you want me to be
Trying to
real with
put
you,
that spice on my burger.
I like my Spanish ladies, bro. I'm straight off all that.
Just got a little bit of Spanish in there, you know what I'm saying?
All right. 3, 2. What's going on, everybody? We are here for episode 3
Let's go.
of the Underrated as Fuck podcast. To start everything off, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a little sneak peek, so check it out. So, we're going to talk about Patrick Mahomes. Cool. We had some people throwing snowballs at him.
Oh, man.
We're going to get into that. We're going to talk about Pawn Stars. There's actually a couple sad news topics in here this week, but we're going to talk about
That's all right.
Snoop Dogg. I guess he got offered some money to do some OnlyFans content. What's up with that?
Snoop, you better take it. Come on, Uncle Snoop. Come on, man.
We'll talk about that. Then we got this weird story for the true crime fans out there. I guess 3 friends were found frozen
Crazy.
to death in their own friend's backyard, and he had no clue. So we're gonna get into that.
Not a single clue.
And last but not least, we're gonna talk about Coachella. I guess they're dipping in ticket sales, and we're gonna talk about it. All right, y'all. So Mighty, pick our first topic.
Yo, kind of want to talk about our playoff boy, Patrick Mahomes. Let's see it.
Patrick Mahomes, baby. All right, y'all. So for those who didn't know, the Chiefs won against the Bills 27-24.
We want money off that.
At the Bills Stadium. So the controversy is all the Bills after the game on their sideline, they were throwing snowballs at Patrick Mahomes. And it sounds like a little, it's no big deal, but those motherfuckers hurt.
He's tough. He got pads.
So how are we feeling about that though? Why where's the respect?
Well, I feel like their team lost, so they're not going to have respect for the other players or the other team. They're going to be throwing stuff at them.
So
I do security right now, yeah.
A little salty about it?
That was in the playoffs. Like, if your team get eliminated at home, I get it, but that's Patrick Mahomes. Y'all should be prepared for that.
Right, and to add on to that, the Patriots for the longest time were leading that division, and now
For 20 years.
finally that Brady's gone.
They
Bills,
still getting their asses whooped.
They still can't make it to the Super Bowl. I'm dead. No, but so let's switch names, right? Okay, so
Right.
instead of Patrick Mahomes, what if it was Tom Brady? This wouldn't happen to Tom Brady, right?
No.
Why? Why does it happen to Patrick Mahomes and not Tom Brady? What do you think?
Well, probably because Tom Brady was a GOAT, man, and Patrick Mahomes got to get there first.
He's making his way.
What do you think, Mighty?
I think he wouldn't be in that predicament because he's going to be at home anyway. Tom Brady was always at home in those championship games.
Yeah, so
he's not going to be in a way.
Home field advantage.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. I didn't really
Okay.
put that one together,
Yeah,
but if I was to dig into it, I was just going to say maybe it has something to do with Patrick Mahomes being a little crybaby.
You think that whole every single time trying to
remember
point out a play?
that? You remember those couple games after the game where he was throwing a fit, yelling at the refs for the flags that they threw on him and doing them dirty?
Every game, every player's got that now. Like, that's just a natural thing that just happens all the time. So, you see every player always,
What you mean that was offside, bro?
you didn't see that? Trying to chase out.
It's just funny because it just seems like he's being a big baby. But then when Brady used to do it back in the day, it was just because he knew, I don't know, you get the feeling of things didn't go the way they were supposed to. That's what he was meant.
I just feel like we're in a different era now, so they're going to meme everything. So now he's in the era to where he's going to get caught doing dumb shit.
He's in the meme era.
Boom.
For sure.
So, a little question about that before we move on to something else. Is Patrick Mahomes the current GOAT?
In the moment, yeah, you have to give him his props. You have to, right?
What do you think? Is he the current GOAT, or would you give that to somebody else?
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I have not been able to keep up with football, so
That's okay too.
yeah, I'm not too
You know what I
sure.
No, you're
but
good. You're good. I think for all the newer quarterbacks that are coming in this like era, I think you just got to give it to them as far as
He's kinda leading the
stats
way.
and Super Bowls go. Because how many Super Bowls does he have?
I just know for
2?
8 years straight,
2 or 3?
they've been in the number 1 division, and I think he's got 3 now, or 2. I think you're right with 2.
So yeah, Patrick Mahomes, he's a little spoiled brat, but we'll give him the respect because he's got the stats. He's putting up the numbers. He's going to
Still
the
hard-working,
conference championship, right? So
He's making a bunch of money.
shitload of money.
Shitload of money. Speaking of a shitload of money.
Speaking of a shitload of money,
oh no,
Oh no.
I'll pick the
Snoop
next
Dogg.
topic. Let's get into some Las Vegas Pawn Stars situation. So this is kind of going a little bit in a sadder direction, but so Rick Harrison, which is the main guy, he's not Pops, the old man.
Yeah, the old man.
He's the dad. I guess he lost his middle child, Adam
crazy.
Harrison. And it was to an overdose
Damn.
of fentanyl.
is that the one that
really
was like cool or whatever on the show that was always kind of doing goofy stuff?
So
With the
the
long hair?
one you're talking
Yeah.
about that like lost a lot of weight, he's the older one,
Okay,
I think. And then the one that ended up getting the overdose, he's the middle child. And I guess he may have worked at the pawn shop, but never on television. He didn't like that whole stardom, glamour, that kind
being
of
in the
stuff.
spotlight.
What's up with always the middle child getting into some shit?
I don't know.
They want that attention, bro.
Yeah,
they
they-
lost
they
it.
striving
They
for
lost it because they got the older sibling and the younger sibling, so they want that attention.
They were the best, and then they just got. But anyway,
Put to the
damn.
side.
Are any of you middle children?
No, I'm the oldest.
You're the oldest?
The baby, man.
You're the baby. I'm in the middle, but I mean from all my family. But if it's just from my mom, I'm the youngest. So my
And your
dad has kids. Shit, I turned out good.
Yeah, you alright.
I'm dead.
Daddy.
Do you guys have like any concerns about like maybe the fentanyl situation? Like
That shit's
you know
everywhere.
what I mean? Is it a concern? Is it something to worry about, or just some people just take it over the limit? You know what I'm saying? What do you think, Fox?
I think it's honestly a little worrisome, just because like where I used to live, it was infested with that stuff. You know, you couldn't go to the Circle K right down the street from my apartment without 3
Seeing
or 4
some,
junkies. You know, either doing it outside or asking you for money to go get some. And just like we've lost a lot of people in this world to that one drug alone.
Right.
So like I think it's pretty crazy. And they say all types of stuff like they lace it in weed, they lace it
Everything.
in, you know.
Everything.
To make it more addictive, like these other drugs more addictive?
It's just that the potency behind it too.
Right.
Like they want to chase multiple feelings that they're getting those certain highs. So I mean, if you're chasing it to that extent, bro, just cut it off.
And I don't want to sit here and talk like I know your whole personal situation, but I do know you may have had family that did not fentanyl specifically, but other addictive
It was in
drugs.
hands and all everything. Like,
What is it like for you to have that happen in your life, like personally? Like?
So like with people closer to me, like I've experienced like closer family members to me, I guess, getting really heavily into that area, I guess you can say. With that being said, growing up watching them do what they do and how they do it, I just realized like I want to be as far away from that as like possible. So like they lived a life that I got to witness.
Would you, this is a positive word, but would you credit them for the more responsible life that you're living when it comes to that stuff? Like,
I feel like I have to give credit towards everybody because at the end of the day, that's still a perspective that I gained from watching them do what I didn't want to do.
Get
So-
a little bit of knowledge from every
Boom.
person you meet in the world. And as long as you take it in and actually soak it up and learn something from it, then it's not
Exactly.
just a waste of a meeting that person.
Exactly. You just learn and move on, learn and move on. Like what can you do to improve your life or what can you do to stop improving your life? And I'm not trying to go that route.
so me personally, I don't think I've had somebody in my immediate family have any sort of like addiction like that. I mean, marijuana, right? But I mean, it's an addiction you can live with, right? It might be a parasite to some people,
Right.
but for other people, they can maintain and be responsible with it. But other than that, personally, I couldn't give some sort of like testimony against that. You know, what I mean? I just for me. Oh, you know what? You wouldn't consider it a drug, but maybe like alcohol. I've
No,
actually
alcohol's
had
a big thing,
people in
yeah.
my family that
Alcohol's a big thing.
went down a complete wrong path
Right.
dealing with that. You know what I mean? So actually, maybe there is some lessons I've taken from that in my life.
So you just seem like,
It's like
you kind of just don't want to go that route.
it's
Like
kinda
you
like
seen
a-
their sloppy.
it's like
way
an
away.
ick.
Yeah, yeah. I
you know
feel
what I'm
that,
saying? It's
yeah.
like I don't want that for my life.
Not at all.
Now, there's always like a good consumption of doing something bad, and there's clearly the fine line of it being bad. Like what you're doing is just completely like over the top of it.
Right, and those situations for me just made me more aware.
Right.
And the awareness kind of just the responsibility and the awareness go hand in hand.
Right.
When you know the potential dangers, you might potentially want to avoid that. So I think that's where I'm at on that.
Have you had anybody kind of close to you that you've experienced that type of stuff with?
Yeah, and unfortunately, you know, like lost some friends to it. Had, like I've had friends not addicted to fentanyl, but like cocaine and things like that. That like back in high school, and it was just crazy to see them go through their ups and downs. You know, you see a person kind of give up and forget about everything they truly loved before, and then they kind of do everything to feed that addiction, and that's just
They're just living around that. Like that's
Yeah.
their sole purpose of existing. It's just crazy to watch somebody like transfer over to that lifestyle. As well.
And to end that topic, I want to bring a question to you guys: Is addiction a mental illness, or is it just a choice or a habit that you can't get rid of?
Ooh. I mean, I feel like it's something that you can get rid of, just because, like, to give props to my mom's, for like my whole life growing up, she smoked cigarettes for a big portion of my life, and I think maybe about a few years ago she stopped just cold turkey, and she was a 2-pack a day smoker. So like, you know, to see someone that was addicted to like the nicotine and the smoking to stop that, I know you can overcome it. You just got to put yourself to it.
Right.
I don't want to get too deep into it, but like in high school, I was definitely in some stuff that I shouldn't have been, and almost lost my life to it, but stopped after, you know, my you know, changing moment. So I'm living proof you can change. My mom is living proof you can change. There's other people that show you can do it. You just got to be the man or the woman, the stronger person, and be able to knock it out.
Willpower.
Shout out to
All
moms.
comes down.
Sure.
Shout out to moms. That shows the amount of willpower and like strength she had to overcome that. I mean, that is an issue, right? Smoking.
Yeah, cigarettes is
Yeah,
crazy, bro.
I don't want to speak down on anybody that likes smoking. That's your opinion, but I mean, from me, my perspective, I think that's 2 packs a day to nothing.
Right.
Cold turkey, cold
Yeah.
turkey.
Dope.
That's wow. I can't even tell you how many people I know that have done that.
For real.
People that I know that smoke.
Right.
Cigarettes. It's an everyday thing. I think it's a perfect segue to get into this weird story about 3 friends that were just found frozen to death in their own friend's backyard.
How much of a friend was that friend? You wasn't even out there checking up on him? Like, come
So
on.
wait, have you heard about this?
No.
No, have you?
No, but it's pretty crazy. Homeboy was gone from his house long enough for his friends to freeze in his backyard.
No. Wasn't he in his house?
So this is what I know about it. So whoever's watching and knows everything, correct me under the YouTube video or something. So this is what I know. So basically, they all got together to watch the Chiefs game. Okay, this was like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Oh, you know what? January 7th. Boom. And so check this out. Everybody's wondering where the hell their family members are, right? This lady's, where's my fiance? The moms and sisters, bro, they're like, where the fuck are these guys? So they're calling the guy that lives there, right? They're calling him, dude's not answering. They're texting him, dude's not answering. So
Suspect.
Yeah,
so
that's spec.
So this is how everything was discovered. So one of the fiancés, ended up going to the house because they're like, okay, this was the last place they went. I'm gonna go check. And she's knocking. She's looking through the windows. Nobody's answering, so she breaks in. Right, and then nobody's in the house. Right, and then random as hell, she sees the guy that rents, one of the friends that survived, walking out with an empty glass of wine, not knowing what's going on.
So was he high or like what's going on?
We don't know. So this is weird, right? So anyway, she ends up in the backyard, and then she finds the three friends, Ricky, David, and Clayton, frozen to death in the backyard.
That's wild, bro.
I mean, I would know if somebody's frozen to death in my backyard. That's all I
So the guy that lives there said he only gets Facebook messages. He never got any of the calls, any of the texts. He said he didn't know they were in the backyard. And a few of the weird things is he was there for 2 days without realizing. The friends' cars were in the front of the house.
2 days.
And apparently the police investigation, they're not investigating it as a homicide. So lots of weird stuff. That's why this situation is so viral right now, because what the
What
fuck?
you mean you're not gonna investigate, bro? They died at his house. What were they doing
Like,
for bro
what
to
was
not
going
realize
on?
his friends were in the backyard? What they like just got messed up on alcohol and like pills, watching the game, and then blacked out, and the three homies were like, bro, let's go outside on some penguin stuff and just huddle up, bro, and see how long.
dead.
But you wouldn't like want to like check on your boys?
Exactly,
You know
I would.
what I'm
I'm coming downstairs and I'm like,
Hey, you
wait,
good?
where's everybody at?
Cool.
You know what I'm saying?
So they think that there was some drugs involved, right? Maybe the guy really was out of it for like 2 whole days, or even maybe a day.
Dude was on acid freezing to death. Dude, God, man.
Yeah, they
But
dropped tab.
How
and watched
long?
the Chiefs.
How long does it take for someone to freeze to death? And they said it was really cold, like really, really cold. But do you really walk outside and not realize that it's that cold, and then just die?
Were they just in like t-shirts or did they have like jackets? Like
They were dressed how they were and found frozen to death in the backyard. It's a mystery.
he's a murderer.
It's a mystery.
He locked them out. He got them drunk and locked them out.
Oh.
Goes upstairs, forgets about him. No.
Yeah, bro. They got
He's like,
drunk.
later, bros.
Done.
We'll watch the game next week. Oh, the other thing that is weird about it is that he bought all of them tickets to see the next Chiefs game coming up.
That's a good alibi. I see what you did there.
So I mean,
It's a good alibi.
I couldn't kill them, bro. I was trying to go to the Chiefs game.
With them.
I mean, that's all I got for that. I kind of just wanted to bring it up to you guys, maybe get your thoughts about it, but there's no real answers to this.
I'm on the line of thinking that's a little too strange, and you can't
So
trust
yeah,
that guy.
great question. So, did he murder them or not?
Yes.
Yeah, he locked them out.
So it was
Yes.
intentional. He locked them out.
I think he locked them out. I think they got into an argument and bro locked them out. He said, y'all need to go home.
Oh my
They
god.
just decided not to go home.
And then he kicked them out the back door instead of the front.
Like, well, we're trapped. Let's sit down. I'm weak.
And well, the other weird thing about the back door was that the gate is open. They found the gate unlocked, like open. So if they were trapped in the back,
They could have just walked
got
out.
Maybe they
Drugs.
didn't have their car keys. They just said, "Fuck, let's do some penguin shit in the backyard."
Drunk, bro.
They made an igloo of bodies.
Oh no.
Oh my
Too
god,
soon.
we're like laughing about it, but like, what if you three were just frozen to death in my backyard?
Well, I wouldn't know.
Right, I need bro.
How would you feel? Right.
That's wild, and I can't even think about how I would be feeling if that did happen by accident in a weird way. Like me, if I literally never go in my backyard, literally, and you guys just happen to go back there and freeze to death. Like, fuck.
Those are my homies, bro.
I like to just go outside and just chill for a second, especially in the backyard. That's where I like to be.
But yeah, so we don't got an answer for you. It's just huge viral true crime news. Hopefully, I got some of the information correct right there. But okay.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. to the Frozen 3.
Boom.
Yo, that might be the title of the sketch. R.I.P. to the Frozen 3.
That's hard. That was hard.
You're funny. Oh my god! So that is weird. We're like laughing about some real like negative, sad stuff. But here, this is
It's
great.
fucked up.
So let's go from that sad kind of stuff into some awesome news and into an awesome person, Finesse The Fox.
I'm
Thanks,
saying.
bro.
Sick.
Thank
So the big news, which I know about, is that there's a project coming.
you. Yes, sir.
Cool.
Yes.
So I put together a little bit of questions to ask you. People that are interested in some local, unique, badass music, pay attention because we got your local artist right here. Check it out. So the first question I got for you, Finesse The Fox, is kind of a three-parter. So if you forget one of these, just let me know.
Bet.
So how old are you? Where did you grow up? And where did you go to high school?
Okay, so I'm 29 right now, about to be 30 in August.
He's not single.
No. Went to Apollo High School out in Glendale. And what was that other one?
And the last one was
Where'd I grow up?
where'd you grow up? Yeah.
Out in
Was it
Arizona.
Glendale?
I spent some of my youth out there. I've bounced all over Arizona from Glendale to Phoenix to Mesa. Been out to Tempe.
So you didn't have like one spot where you did like most of your living?
Well,
Kind of bounced around?
Just Arizona.
Well, for me, what I do is I claim Phoenix as a whole.
Right.
So Glendale. I know they're different. Glendale, Phoenix, all that.
It's still kind of.
But to me, bro, it's all part of my city. Like I grew up everywhere. I know a lot of people in a lot of different neighborhoods. Like that's one thing a lot of my friends will say is I can go somewhere and almost say what's up to anybody.
Yeah.
Damn near everybody.
Yeah.
So that's like, those are your stomping grounds then, like
Right.
Phoenix as a whole.
Yeah. I lived on 35th and Dunlap, 43rd Avenue in Northern, 27th Avenue in Orangewood, 59th Avenue in Bethany. I've been all
You
over.
already know.
So, okay, so with that being said, are you pretty familiar with the music scene in Phoenix?
Yeah. I started making music in 2016, and I've been a graphic designer since 2009.
Oh, that's all right.
So
Are.
since then, I've always tried to help out any way I can with the music scene out here. That's with me doing my art. I always love to, if I meet a new artist, hey bro, can I design something for you just so you can have a piece of artwork by me? You don't even got to pay me for it right now, but in the future, if you want to work with me, just come holler at me so you can see what I do. And that's just kind of like what I've been trying to do ever since I got into this.
It sounds like you've really fallen down chased that road of creativity.
Right.
Yeah.
Am I right? Like it seems like music here, let's do it. You got art stuff here, let's get into that. Like do you feel like you get a lot of how could I say it, I guess dopamine from that? From
Oh yeah, like a little
anything
natural
art?
rush or a little natural high, definitely.
And
For sure.
so does it just specifically have to do with hip hop, or does that art kind of extend into other aspects?
Any aspect, honestly. Sounds cheesy, but I love painting, bro. I'm
that's
trash.
cool. That's
I'm
cool.
trash at it, but I love painting. I love doing the graphic design. I love writing music. I used to, when I was younger, I used to rave a lot. So I'm super into techno music and stuff like that, bro. So I'm very, open with the stuff I listen to. Growing up, my mom listened to a bunch of oldies, rock, things like that. So I've just been around a lot of music, and kind of art has just always caught my eye.
Feel that.
But I'm an artist as well, and I mean it even goes into the fighting scene with Mighty.
I'm just the
But
artist
yeah,
physically.
I feel the same way about art. I feel like anything that involves creative, I get so motivated to do. It doesn't matter what it is. If somebody hits me up and they're like, "Hey, can you help me do this?" and it's their passion for making TikTok videos. I don't know. It's like,
I got you.
yo, I'll throw you my ideas. Let's do this. It's exciting.
Yes, sir.
That might be just me wanting to not be ordinary.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I don't know. I just
Yeah.
feel like I don't want to waste the little bit of time I have on this earth. You know what I mean? That's just me.
You just want to leave a footprint, something you can leave back. That's just
I don't want to
you're proud
look
about.
back when I'm 70 and be like, hey,
What
I
did I
could
do?
have done that. why didn't I just spend that day and do that I wanted to do? Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
But so this is a very important question. So what is the backstory behind your artist name, Finesse the Fox? Where did that come from?
So this will be a little funny story to tell. So when I raved, I used to go by Star Fox. That was just that was just my nickname because that's one of my favorite video games ever.
I was just gonna ask, does it have anything to do with Nintendo?
Right. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I was a super nerd growing up. I still love gaming, but my gamer now couldn't compete with my kid self, bro. But so I used to go by Star Fox when I raved. Then when I got into the music scene, one thing that I love to do, and people will notice it if you like listen to my lyrics in my song, is I love to pay homage to the artists I looked up to growing up. Right. So I might flip a bar off of a different song that I grew up listening to. Like I have a song with my homeboy Kago where I flipped the Regulators bar on there with Warren G. Like I spelled mine and his name out and kind of do it. Yeah.
Warren G, is he one of your top favorites?
No. Well, I wouldn't say like top 3, but he's in my top 3.
He's definitely like an inspiration.
Yeah, sure. Growing up, so to go off track of my name real quick. Growing up, before I ever listened to rap, I just listened to, like I said, the music my mom would listen to. And I got a little embarrassing story about myself. We went to McDonald's, bro, and I got a little CD in my little kids meal. And we got in the car, and I popped the CD in the CD player. And I don't remember what band it is, Backstreet Boys or NSYNC, but it was whoever made that little Bop Bye Bye song. Bro, I told my mom to slap that every day in the car.
Oh, wait.
Until one day she got so mad at me because I would tell her, play it again, play it again, play it again, that she threw my CD out the window, bro. She chucked it. So we go to the grocery store and like my mom's doing her thing or whatever, and I'm looking through the CDs in the car, and I pull out the CD, and the first rap album I ever looked at was Doggy Style by Snoop Dogg. So I'm like, all right, mom wants to throw my CD out, let's listen to this. I put that in, and the first song I listened to was Gin and Juice.
Sipping on gin and juice.
So Snoop Dogg is, I feel like, number 1 in my top spot. He's my biggest inspiration because I'd like listen to all that West Coast stuff growing up. But to go back to how I got my name, Star Fox or Finesse the Fox, when I wanted to start rapping, I wanted to kind of pay homage to Gucci and Travis, right? So Gucci is, he calls himself Gucci Man LaFleur, and then Travis calls himself, the Travis LaFleur or Scott LaFleur, whatever, how he wants to call it. At first, I was going to call myself Star Fox LaFlame.
LaFlame?
Yeah, but I looked up my name on YouTube, right? I'm like, Star Fox La. And man, there is already another rapper out of Florida with Star Fox LaFleur.
Has to be Florida.
Sites we're gonna come.
No.
Like I looked that shit up.
No. So there's already another rapper with that name. So I'm like, I'm not gonna be Star Fox
LaFlame.
He's LaFleur.
Oh,
I didn't want to jock his name and just be LaFlame. That would have been lame for me. I wouldn't want to do that to him, and I wouldn't want someone to do that to me.
Inevitably, it turned out great.
Yeah.
Because of your name now, I think it's just sick. But
thank you. So when I realized I couldn't do that, I tried to think of what sounds good, what works. And growing up, I had a few different jobs, working in call centers and stuff. And one thing I learned from Nike is one of the reasons that company was able to boom so much is their name was something that people could say easily and remember easily. And other companies like that, when you have an easy to say name, it makes people like, oh, that's cool. Fox. So Fox, Finesse the Fox, FTF. I can break it down into 3 letters for you so you can look me up. I can say Finesse, I can say the Fox. And a lot of the times, a lot of people will know who I'm talking about. I have friends who refer to me as Finesse or just Fox, and around other people, they're like,
that's how they know you too.
So it just, for me, Finesse, besides how in the streets they say Finesse for like, oh, you robbing somebody, the original term for Finesse is like to do something with ease, to make it look effortless, right?
That's the definition I'm familiar with.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm more familiar with that positive.
Right.
Like finesse something, like you did it so nicely and smooth. You just finessed it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So throughout all my practicing of writing and things like that, when I wanted to come up with that name, I came up with it because when I would show somebody my music, oftentimes when I tell you I do music, you kind of look at me and you're like,
You're like, ah,
for sure.
Let's see.
Okay, little Dicky, or what are you gonna do, Eminem?
yeah.
I've had people tell me stuff like that, but then they hear me rap and they're like,
You're like, wait, no, I'm half Mexican.
Respect off it.
yeah, they're like,
Respect off
whoa,
rip.
bro, like, damn, that's cold. So I just finesse the Fox. I feel like I'm smooth on the mic, you know. I feel like when I lock in with the beat and when I really got something I want to write about, I make a dope track.
Do you feel like that's who you really are? Like the essence of you is Finesse the Fox, and then like your alter ego is who you are. You know what I mean?
Well, so I mean, I guess let me see how I say this. I feel like there couldn't be another Finesse the Fox like me.
Feel you.
But as far as like if I feel like Finesse all the time and Mario is just like my alter ego, nah, because I know how to separate the two. But for
It's like a flip. You just turn it on. Now you're Finesse. Like
yeah,
let's get it.
Hard. And it's cool because now that you brought up that kind of your alter ego situation, just real quick, I'm gonna throw the Bliss out there. This is how it works with me. Brandon is me always. My current state is Brandon. The actions that I choose that'll better myself, that's when I'm headed towards Bliss.
boom.
So that's how that works for me, kind of. But I like that. That's cool. Hey, you mentioned we were talking. Well, I asked you. Remember, I said, so is that one of your favorite artists, Warren G?
Yeah.
So my next question is actually, name your top 3 favorite artists.
Okay.
I know it might be hard, but you know what I mean.
The third one
It could
always
be
kind
Dua
of.
Lipa. It could be Dua Lipa.
I don't even know. So the third spot always kind of flips around for me, bro, because these 2 artists I'm gonna name, they both always drop something. I'm like, damn, let's go. But off rips, like I said, first is Snoop Dogg.
Right now.
Second, Wiz Khalifa.
Hard.
And then if I was to say right now my third spot, it would be Lil Yachty. That
Lil
switches
Yachty?
between Lil Yachty and Kodak.
He has been going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. You
Yeah.
kind of mess with, for the third slot at least, you kind of mess with like a younger artist, or maybe not younger, but more of a newer
Newer generation.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I like
right,
Kodak. I just recently heard a song by Kodak called "Flockin'." And
No
I know
Flockin'?
it's an
No
older
Flockin'?
song. Is it No Flockin'?
Yeah.
It's an older song, I'm sure, because he sounds young in it.
Yeah, he's
But
super
dude,
young.
I work out to that song.
Mhm,
No
yeah.
Flockin'. I like that. Wiz Khalifa's a given. Well, I could believe it. Wiz Khalifa, I got a whole playlist of like 100 of his songs. And they're my favorite songs of him, so
Right.
that should tell you something. Number 1 was Snoop. What do you think about Snoop?
Love Snoop. Love Snoop. You can't go wrong with Snoop.
I got to see him live with Wiz Khalifa, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to my
Last
lady,
year.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, she took me for my birthday, bro. I have a whole T-shirt I designed for the
Oh.
night and everything. But it was sick. We got to see Snoop, Wiz, Warren G, Burner came out. Bro, the whole crowd was high, too, the whole night.
You already know.
Bro, they came out with the little smoke gun. I was like, woo!
I'm dead. I can only imagine. I went to see Logic and Wiz in concert together, and the whole crowd was like high
Lit.
for them.
Yep.
So I can only imagine having the Snoop and the Wiz and Burner and all that.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
my god!
Just smoke after every rapper that came out, they was just
Cool.
throwing out blunts and joints
Oh,
to people and then lighting their own up.
Get like a big ass strap bag.
Yup.
Bet.
Okay.
Hey, on the quick topic of Snoop, don't forget at the end of this episode or near the end, we're gonna bring up Snoop and that OnlyFans situation.
What's he doing?
$100 million, bro. That's like the dude off of Austin Powers. He'll put the pinky up.
$100 million.
Yeah, bro. That's crazy.
Okay, so let's get back to Finesse the Fox. So this one's really important as well. Probably one of the most important questions. So, what do you have coming up in the near future?
Ooh. So, like you mentioned earlier, I'm working on my first album, bro. I've been working on music since 2016 is when I released my first song.
And is this first album, like you don't have mixtapes, anything before this?
Yeah, no
This is your
mixtapes
first
before.
project.
So
Yep.
this is your first project.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't got any mixtapes out. I've got hella music out. I've been on multiple songs, but this is the first time I've been actually able to sit down and like lock in with myself and put together a project, and I'm really excited for it. It's gonna be 11 tracks.
Bet. Do you have we'll save the release date maybe for another time, right?
I'm
Do
cool
we
with that.
have maybe a projected time that it might come out?
I'm hoping for early February, but if I can't push it in February, I'm gonna definitely get it out in March by my mom's birthday.
Yeah.
So we're looking at
Shout out to Mom.
first quarter, maybe second quarter
Yeah.
of the year. Okay. Sick, dude. I can't wait for that. Could I tell them about me or not?
Yeah, bro, go ahead.
All right. Well, look forward to the album, especially because Big Zaddy Bliss gonna make an appearance.
Yeah, buddy, on track number 8, that's Elevate right there. I'm hyped for that one.
Elevate, baby. So, back to where we were talking about your music. You said you had a lot of singles out.
Yeah.
Or like
I don't want to say a lot, like I'm pushing like 50 to 100, but like I probably have like 15 songs out, you know what I'm saying?
So what was the switch that just switched on to where it was like, okay, it's time to make an album? What was that like? And I'm really curious to hear your answer because I'm about to release my 5th, right? So this is just a cool perspective because I want to see how much I can relate to when I release my first project. So like, what was that spark like?
Well, so I've been working on music for years now, and one of my good friends, Tony Thriller, that I made a few songs with. Me and him wanted to actually do a mixtape together. We were gonna do some funny stuff because he's from Detroit, so we were gonna do a little mixtape together and be like Shaq and Kobe, and we were just gonna go on a bunch of
you guys
Detroit.
are pretty close.
Yeah. Me and him are sick together. And we were about to just jump on the mixtape and like we had like 10, 12 songs already written and everything saved on the phone ready to go. But we, didn't get the chance to do it just yet. And I've been talking with him a lot lately.
That's still in the pipeline though, right? Is that still a thing that's gonna happen?
We just gotta link up and make it pop. But once we do it, it'll be sick. I'm excited. Like I like to be versatile for my music. So I'm excited for people who have already heard my stuff to be like, let's see how homie's about to do on a Detroit beat. Like what? And again, that's what I like to show people is my finesse. Like you may look at me and be like, how are you about to slide on that? But I've been practicing. I always, like I mentioned, it's always a toss-up between Lil Yachty and Kodak for me. I love to listen to all types of music because I like to dissect it and learn flows and think about what made homie do that right there.
So do we want to use this opportunity real quick to announce the name of the album?
I'm cool with that, yeah. So my album is going to be called The Fox in His Thoughts.
Hard.
Ooh, bet.
Hard.
And what's the significance behind that?
So the album is basically going to encompass the 11 different songs will be different memories or emotions from different points in my life. So like I'll talk a little bit about the songs. My first song is going to be called Story. That one's going to be an upbeat type of song and it's going to basically tell you about who I am.
Right.
Then it goes to Remember. That gets into a little more sad. That talks about all the things I remember doing when I was younger. Things I may regret right now or I may not regret. Then we got Riot. That goes into like the angry portion of my life when I felt like, man, I'm giving everything I can and nothing is working out for me. Like I don't know what else to do. I want to blow up.
So you're going happy, sad. What was the next one?
Angry,
and then Riot. Like, what would you consider that emotion?
No, so Riot is like the angry one.
Okay,
So Happy is gonna be Story.
Right.
Then we got Remember is gonna be like sad. Riot is gonna be anger. Then number 4, not really an emotion, but more of a memory is gonna be like a play on words, For the Low. Gonna be just talking about the party life and things like that.
Even that's a switch in vibe. Right?
Yeah. Then there's a song, it's an acronym, it's No BAP. Kind of like No Cap, but with a B. And it stands for No Broken Hearts and Promises. So that's gonna be a song about like, cheesy to say, but like falling in love with females, bro, and then getting your heart broken, fam.
Sassy Fox.
Happen to everybody.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit on the sensitive side. But then 6 is gonna be the interlude of the album. That's when I'm gonna switch up the pace of the album. So instead of it kind of being like all up and down, now the album from here
rise.
is gonna go up. So 6 I call interlude way for like a play on
So
words.
is it going
Interlude.
from 6 to the end of the album? Is it gonna start at a really low like vibration, so to speak, or is it gonna just come midway and just vamp up from there?
So from 5 to 6, beat wise, the beat on number 5 is the song is like a sad track a little bit, but it's a upbeat beat. So it's kind of crazy how I'm able to play on that. 6 is gonna be a more wavy beat, and then it just takes you up from there. Then I go on to what do I got for 7? 7, I think I got is Say Less. 8 is Elevate.
Is Elevate featuring Bliss?
Yes, sir. Then I got 9 is gonna be Game. 10 is gonna be Gone, and 11 is Weatherman.
Oh,
Weatherman. Have I heard that?
I've shown you that one. Yeah, that
Right.
one is not out yet, but I got to show you that one when we
Hard.
recorded Elevate.
Yo, so this is cool. So I don't know if he's officially talked about his album like that on any sort of like official post or any status on Facebook or whatever, right? Have you?
Not really. I mean, I've told Facebook
That
a
something's
while
coming?
ago, yeah, that I was like, I'm working on my album and I just got 3 more songs to write, and then I'm
Bet.
like about to hit the booth.
So
Fox
you
has
guys
dropped
are
the
hearing
details.
it and watching it for the first time here. Finesse the Fox talking about in detail his upcoming album, Fox in His Thoughts.
Yes, sir.
Sick. And I'm sitting over here like I'm going on my 5th album. Why haven't I made an album where I'm going through my emotions?
That shit's
That's
dope.
such a crazy cool concept. I
that's
like
so
it.
cool.
Thank you. And
I like it.
the cover I came up with too is pretty raw. I got a bunch of pictures from like, I did a collage cover and did a bunch of different photos of me and my brother and my friends like that from my youth
Oh,
growing
that's
up.
dope.
And
So
I
it's
just,
like a little homage to your life, kind of.
yep, shows you like, damn, this is
you are.
what he was seeing or living when I'm listening to the music on this album right here.
Feel that.
Yo, when I was
I'm
thinking
excited. I'm excited.
about who to bring onto this podcast, who is going to complement the Underrated as Fuck pod. I was hitting up some people, right? And then instantly I thought of Fox. Because when I met this dude, he showed me his stuff, and I could just feel the passion for what he does. And in the music, I can hear basically him being like underrated. Like, the world needs to hear this.
Right.
Thank you,
You
bro.
know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And I feel like I got a keen eye and ear for like talent or what like looks good, style, whatever. And I think you got the chops.
Thank you, bro.
I think
Hell
you got
yeah.
what it takes to give the world like quality and something different.
Thank you, bro.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, what do you have to say for Finesse the
I
Fox?
say the same thing. I mean, you fit underrated to the T. I mean, you're
Thank you,
doing
bro.
everything that you do to the fullest of your potential, but nobody really knows about you. So let's really get it going. So now
Yes,
I'm
sir.
really looking forward to your first project you're putting together. I mean, everything that we've talked about so far and what I've heard so far in between is just, I'm really looking forward to this.
Have you
yeah,
heard
bro.
any of his music before?
Yeah, I've heard a few.
And I showed you Elevate, right?
Yeah,
So
you showed me
heard
Elevate,
that one.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, this is cool. We got our first artist on the Underrated as Fuck podcast as a guest,
Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and we got a big announcement to go along with it. That's pretty huge. So yeah, if anybody that made it this far, give Finesse the Fox some love. We're gonna put his links in the comments. I'm gonna do a little video for him, and
Got it.
we're gonna showcase his album picture, and then we're gonna probably put a little song on there too, just to give you guys a little
Yeah.
taste of the album that's coming,
Yes, sir.
right?
Oh.
And if just to end this segment right here, if anybody that wants to know more about Finesse the Fox or what he's doing currently, where could they find you?
Oh, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Finesse the Fox. I got a Twitter, but I don't be on it too much to be real, for real.
Feel that.
But yeah, Facebook and Instagram, that's where to go. Or you can hit me up on the email, finessethefox@gmail.com. If you're trying to
Oh
work,
God.
that's where I need all the files sent.
And he does check his spam folder. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so one last question for you.
All right.
One more question. I gotta ask this. What do you think personally about the Underrated as Fuck podcast?
I could cuss, right? No, I'm just playing, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
Fuck this shit,
I fuck with it, bro. I fuck with what you do for the community. Not to cross paths and stuff or anything, but like, you know, like I said, I like to do stuff for our Arizona crowd, and
Okay.
this is like what AZ Way 2 Active does. I like that you guys are putting on for us as artists, so I appreciate you for doing this, man. It's sick. I've been tuning in. I saw the episode you had with my boy Ray. Shout out to homie. Grew up with
Ray,
him.
we got
Ray,
Ray over there,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Oh.
It's just super sick to me, and I feel blessed and honored that you brought me on here, bro. This is
Yes,
my
sir.
first time
Yes,
ever
sir.
being interviewed, so thank you.
Heck yeah.
This is cool because I mean the podcast is evolving and it's turning into this cool thing to where we're just able to showcase basically what we got going on here. The
Exactly.
Underrated as Fuck. Here today we get to showcase an underrated as fuck artist.
Boom.
You know what I mean? Give
Yeah.
him a little bit more of a push, right? Just like Ray we had 2 weeks ago. He's got his business going on. He's got his chops in the realty business, right? And we just put a little something together for him. Maybe get him some more views on his profiles. Anything we could do, because in my opinion, he's underrated as fuck.
Right.
Right, and my definition of success isn't the end result, it's the whole path to getting there, right? So if I ever see somebody, whether they're a fighter, an artist, entrepreneur, whatever it be, if I see somebody really doing that journey or on that road, they're pretty much going to be labeled underrated as fuck.
Here we go. Keep pushing, bro.
So anybody that wants to be on the show, hit up the DMs. Hit up the DMs. We got about 2 months out of scheduled people to come in at the moment. But, we could fit you in the middle somewhere. We could put you a little bit later in the year. Line you up with maybe a release you got coming up. Something. But like I said,
Perfect little
we
spot.
are here to showcase the underrated as fuck.
Let's go.
And that could be you. All right, y'all. So great little interview we had here with Finesse The Fox. It's a pleasure to have him on
Yes,
board
sir.
today. We're going to just get into our last topic, and that's the little spicy topic of Snoop Dogg getting offered $100 million to be on OnlyFans.
That's wild. Would you do that, bro, for $100 million?
I'm doing that. Come on now.
Well, okay, I'll be the first one to answer the question.
100 mil.
But the question I was going to ask you guys, what's your price tag?
100 mil seems about my ball range. If I get offered 100 mil, what's up?
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'd be hella self-conscious, but for 100 M's, bro.
All you gotta do is think about that paper the whole way through. You get it.
Okay, so for me, 100 M's is faux show. It's coming out. Right? Whatever angle you want to get, just let me know. I'm there to just do whatever you guys want to do.
You said I am the meat source right now. You just need to put me where you need it, bro.
Yo, okay, but so for where I'm at in my career currently, my number, if I had to put a number on it, I think I'm very comfortable with like 7.5 mil.
So if somebody were to come up to you right now for 7.5 mil,
Yeah, whatever I got to do.
whatever?
That's my number. It's a judgment-free zone. You know what I'm saying? That's my number. Hit me up if you got 7.5 and you want to see that
Oh my god.
Big Zaddy Bliss.
I wanna see that.
I'm dead. Fox. So
Oh man.
if you had to put a number on it, what's your number? We all know we would take the 100 mil, right? But what's your honest number? You got a number?
Bro, I would say 50.
50 dollars?
50 M's.
Yo,
50 M's.
I got that in the bag right now.
$50. Get up Fox. He's selling it for the low. I'm dead. All right. I feel so. You value your privacy or your jewels?
Yeah, bro, essentially. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to just put my
I
shit
feel
out
that. I
there.
feel that. I just think it would be cool, but I think that's why I lowballed it just a little bit. Is 7 mil a lowball?
I mean, I say it like this. Like, the more the better for one, but for two, like you got 7 mil, you could low key blow through that pretty quick if you think about it, because you're an artist, right? So you're gonna want to build your perfect spot to do you. Then you got family. You're gonna want to take care of your family. You're probably gonna do that before your music.
So this is the one-off. This is the 50 mil for you. This is the boom.
Yeah, I'd take 50 mil and I'll be cool, bro.
I feel it. All right, Zay, what is your honest number right now?
I think about what it could do to you as a person too with your career. If you on there being goofy or you ain't performing how you supposed to perform, that could make you look bad out there, bro.
First of all, we blessed over here. That's all I gotta say. But we gotta put a number out there.
$20. No, I'm playing.
19 on the discount. No. Let me get gotta go with my favorite number, 52. So let me get 5,200,000.
All right. So if you guys are looking for a good price, here we got Mighty right here on the low. No, 5 million is a grip. That's a lot of fucking.
I'm
money.
saying if I see that many zeros in my account, like we good. You know what I mean?
So with that being said, do you guys think most people have a number, or are there people that really just don't fuck with like that? So.
I think there's a fine line of people who don't, and then there's a bigger line of people who like you offer
So
that
you
money
don't
to.
think you don't think everybody has a price tag?
No, not everybody. Not everybody.
What do you think, Flex?
I don't think everybody does. Yeah, I feel like there's some people who would be like, nah, I don't give what you put down in front of me, bro. Like,
They're like, I'm not showing my booty hole.
yeah, you know what I'm saying, bro? Not doing all that craziness.
I mean, Snoop clearly has a higher number, or
100 million.
no number at all, because he turned down $100 million directly.
He ain't worried about 100 mil though. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think he is, to be honest. I think
So
he
is
got
it-
his stuff well invested enough that what is
So
100 mil?
what is 100 mil to Snoop Dogg?
Probably like.
I feel like in early Snoop Dogg career, if Snoop Dogg would have been rapping in today's time and he was just hitting the scene and they was like, hey bro, you're 19 years old, you're 20 years old, what's up, pimp? You want to be on OnlyFans for 100 M's?
We'll say 21. We'll say 21.
I feel like he would take that, right? But I feel like right now with Snoop being, 40, 50 years old, bro, been in the game.
He's way too mature for that shit.
Yeah, he don't need to be doing all that. Well, plus,
It's basically like a party trick. Hey, show me this and I'm gonna give you money. Like, yeah, I'm not with that shit.
nah.
Yeah, but what about 500 mil? What about $1 billion? What's if you took a wild guess? What's the Snoop Dogg number?
Nobody's saying no to
Probably
a
$1 million?
Yeah,
Bill?
nobody's
Probably
saying
say $1 billion. If they really came to him with a contract and was like, one bill, fam, we just want to see it.
this is all yours. No, don't tell us.
Yo, I feel like they could make that money back.
Yeah, bro.
Yo, OnlyFans, shoot your shot with Snoop. He might take the big B.
The one B, even though he rocks C's.
Oh my god.
Hey. All right, y'all. So we'll just go over this topic very quickly because I promised you we were going to talk about it. Coachella, real quick, give me your quick answer as to why they're having a slowdown in ticket sales. Boom.
Me personally, I just like there's artists there, but usually like Coachella has like the biggest of the bangers in there. Like, but now there's like a handful, and they're still charging what they'd be charging if some top dogs was in there. So for me, it's just like not even worth it.
Right. So in your opinion, people like Tyler the Creator, Doja Cat, Uzi, Ice Spice, these people aren't worth
With Coachella, I feel like you need to have more. That's not enough. They are worth it, but with Coachella, being Coachella, you need to have more.
From what I remember Coachella being, yeah,
It
there's
was
always
just
massive
non-stop.
headliners. I feel like that would have been a small stage that you would see there, and then all the real Wiz Khalifa, everybody
makes
else
sense. That
is
makes
on the big stage.
So what they, in your opinion, Fox, what they got going on right now, this is just one stage.
Right.
Well, I feel like
Two
not that
stages.
it's one stage, but that it's like that's why it's slow, because this is who they're trying to say is the headliner.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Lovers and Friends Fest sound more exciting than going to
real
Coachella,
talk,
bro.
No, real talk.
So if
We
we
might see us over there.
so if we threw in these 3 artists or 4 artists I'm about to name, tell me if it would be worth it or not.
In one day, or is this spread out
Well,
through
it
the
would be
days?
spread out, but if we just hear me out real quick, if they threw in Drake, Kanye, Jay-Z, and Beyonce, does it take just a couple pillars in the music industry to really make that worthwhile? Or is this a bigger issue?
A little bit of both.
Yeah, I would say a little bit.
Little bit
A
of
little bit of both.
Yeah, because you do need that star power to
Yeah.
make people want to spend a big
100.
ticket. You know what I'm saying?
It's like,
You
oh,
know?
he's gonna. All right, let's get it. Like, if the weekend was gonna be there, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, if you had Drake and The Weeknd type stuff,
No.
and the other people you were naming, like then I would see people, spazzing out right away. For that.
Rihanna.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel that.
But you got Doja Cat, Ice Spice,
This guy
Queso
said,
Pluma.
you got Doja.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like,
fuck? Nah.
Doja Cat is she blew up for a little bit with that little cow video, and then now she's just being
That
weird,
little
bro.
cow-
Now she's just being weird. So it's like
Yeah.
I don't want
Wait,
to
so
go
are
see
you,
that.
are you fucking with the bald head?
Nah, fam.
You don't like alien?
No, bro. That she looks weird like
Oh,
that.
God.
And they put a picture of her too with some like makeup on. She looked like a little, I don't know, like a cat or a devil or
Oh,
something,
my
bro. She
God.
looks ugly as hell like that, bro. I'm sorry, but that's crazy.
Yo, my opinion about Coachella, when I seen the lineup, it was a hell no for me. I'm sorry.
Right.
I don't care about those people going. They're
Those
not,
are $400 tickets to go see them. You know what I mean? Like,
it's just not worthwhile to me.
Exactly.
And that's my personal view. You know
but
what
the
I'm saying?
experience of Coachella alone, like that,
It's
to a
a
lot of
cool
people is worth
experience,
it,
right?
right? But if you're there to specifically see, it just makes that experience so much more better. So if the artist who you would really enjoy seeing is not there, it's like, kind of, what's the point? I'm just gonna wait one more year until they pop off again.
Right, till they show up.
Let me just skip
on
this
the-
1 year. I'll save up whatever, do what I gotta do, and then wait till next year, and they're gonna go off, and I'm gonna have just the most amount of fun.
What's funny, that's the funny thing about it. So let's say Coachella does crappy this year.
Right.
Next year, they're going to invest the money into those people
You
that
already
they know
You already
are going
know.
to bring the fans, right?
Exactly.
Bet.
There's always next time.
Always next year. That's funny. All right, y'all. So we're going to just go ahead and wrap it up here. Let us know what your favorite topic was. Let us know what you guys think about these topics. A couple of them were a little controversial. Let us know your number if you got one.
Ooh.
What's your
The
OnlyFans number?
number?
Other than that, once again, Finesse the Fox, we appreciate you coming on. You
Much
were the
love, much
first.
love.
Yes, sir.
You were the first artist to be a guest on the Underrated as Fuck podcast. Pleasure to
Stay
have you.
underrated, brother.
Yes, sir.
He's got an album coming out titled
The Fox in His Thoughts.
Boom. Coming out maybe first quarter, early second quarter. Yeah, man. Stay tuned. The next episode will be out next Monday, baby.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go.
Later.